Greetings, this is Mr. Garwood with our continuing video series on Calculus 2nd edition by Briggs, Cochran, and Gillette. This video is going to focus on the product rule, and the product rule is really important because it allows us to multiply find the derivative when two functions are multiplied together. What I really want to focus on is the idea of the first thing. So I have here the definition from your textbook. The derivative with respect to f of x, the product f of x, g of x equals the derivative of f times g of x plus f times the derivative of g. I'm going to write this slightly differently. What I'm going to say is the derivative with respect to x of the product, had the blue one out first, so I figure out how to write it first, of a times b, whatever those first things are, is a prime, or the derivative of a times b, plus a times the derivative of b. And I'm just going to work an example of this, hopefully get you off on the right foot. This is a fairly straightforward process. So, I'm looking at one of the examples in your textbook. I'm looking at page 131 under the example 1. And it asks for the derivative of x cubed minus 8 times x squared plus 4. Now, what I'm going to do before I do all of this is I'm going to differentiate these two things on the side, so I just have to plug them in. So, the derivative with respect to x of x cubed minus 8, using our rules now, this first term is 3. X squared, the power becomes the coefficient. I subtract 1 from the power, and the derivative of negative 8 is 0. So I'm done with it. It's just 3x squared. And the derivative of x squared plus 4 is just 2x, because 2 becomes coefficient, subtract 1 from the power, and then derivative of 4 is 0. So now what I can do is I can actually come over here.
Simon Stockton, please report to the front office. Simon Stockton, please report to the front office.
My apologies for the interruption. This is the joys of trying to make a video at the high school you work during tutoring hours. Now, we said before that this derivative is f prime of x, which is this term, times g of x plus f of x g prime of x. Now, I'm just going to play the substitution game. So I've got 3x squared times x squared plus 4 plus x cubed minus 8 times 2x. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and distribute and try and simplify this down as far as I can. So, 3x squared times x squared is 3x to the 4th, and 3x squared times 4 is 12x squared. X cubed times 2x is 2x to the 4th minus 16x. And we can combine the x to the 4th, so I have 5x to the 4th plus 12x squared minus 16x. And at that point, I'm done. That is the derivative of that. What I also want to do real quick is show you that had I multiplied this out, I would have gotten the same thing. So here, if I FOIL this, I've got So x cubed minus 8.
Mia Overstreet, can you please report to the library? Mia Overstreet.
So I'm going to distribute here, and I've got x to the 5th plus 4x cubed minus 8x squared minus 32. So just by foiling that out, I got that. So this and this are now equivalent. So if I ask, what's the derivative? X to the 5th plus 4x cubed minus 8x squared minus 32. My claim is that this and what we just found are exactly the same. Well, let's see. Using our handy dandy rules before, this is 5x to the 4th, so far so good, plus 12x squared minus 16x. Those are in fact the same. I hope you found this video useful, and good luck as we continue the semester.